So you guys were sparring?
Yeah, he was dabbling in some MMA, and we were sparring. I hit him.
You were amateur at the time, right?
I hit him with one of those like silver front kicks, like underneath here.
Oh.
And he just collapsed. And I thought he was playing.
Were you amateur at the time?
Yeah, I never knocked somebody out like that. So
right.
I was like, this dude is like, he either wants out or he's tired or something. But then like he couldn't figure out where he was, who we were, why he was there, and I was like, oh, something is badly wrong here.
Oh, he didn't know what was going on.
He didn't know anything.
Damn.
Nothing.
All right.
Why am I here? What happened to me? And I was like, oh shit.
You fucked the wrong one.
we hit the reset button. You know, those Nintendo phones. We had to unplug it.
Well, episode 65, Menace of the Man. We're joined by Chris Wade. How are you, Chris?
How you guys doing?
We finally made this shit happen.
Yeah.
I know. I was almost the first episode of this podcast, and now look at it.
Yeah.
How long's it been?
That was May.
Yeah, you were almost the first episode of video.
No. That was Rashad and Eves Edwards. He was our first episode in G Fuel.
Yes.
When we tried to branch out on our own. And
no, but Rashad was the first. No, we were trying to do the first.
No, that was Austin Vanderfort was our first video chat. You're saying
right,
Wade was in studio with us.
Fuck off.
You don't remember this?
No, you're right.
We were talking about CTE, Menace. You don't remember?
I say this very few times, but you're right, Stan.
Oh, you say that pretty often.
No, I don't.
We're enjoying some Great South Bay Brewery beer.
Yes, we are.
And you know this place, Chris.
Honey Ale. Yeah, my boy Brian.
I'm going with the therapy right
Hooking
now.
me up lately.
They're always speaking and singing Chris Wade's praises.
Rick, Brian. Actually, my boy has a birthday party there soon. I'm gonna show up. He doesn't know I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm gonna kick him in the liver like you did to that bartender. There. You remember that?
Oh, right.
Dude, you dropped that guy.
Stan, I don't think. Did you come to that?
I have the video of that still.
What bartender?
Well, no, I threw a party at Great South Bay Brewery, and this one bartender was being like, I don't know.
He was cool.
But
he knew we fought, and he wanted it. He was adamant that he wanted to be struck by a MMA fighter.
So he asked LaFleur.
And me.
Oh, you turned it down too?
Yeah, I turned it down. I'm not hitting that guy. He looked like he was ready to fold up.
Then I was a few sheets to the wind. And he was like, well, ask Dennis. And then LaFleur was like, no, don't ask Dennis.
Yeah, exactly.
So he pulls me over. I'm like, what? You want a liver shot? Okay. Stand like this.
Like Dennis doesn't like hitting people drunk. Come on, bro.
That's Dennis' hobby.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite pastime.
One of his favorite things is like, oh, you think you could take a leg kick?
We're working on a compilation of Menace hitting me out drunk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm pointing that out.
Man, I probably had to hit you like 60 more times to make it like a nice video.
Oh, yeah. We want like a and
Every
it's
second.
over.
Yeah.
Over and over.
Not really too much of a setup, just the fucking strike. Like, wham, 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 wham. And it's just folding every which way.
I have the video still.
Oh,
and
wow.
This dude, you hit him with like a left liver shot.
Yeah.
And he folded like a lawn chair, bro. He was
and then he
crawled. No, he was scooting on his ass. Like, you know when a dog is like itchy because
when an itchy ass?
Yeah, and they're on your rug. That's what he did back into the area where only the bartenders can go. It was amazing.
And this was at Great South Bay?
Yeah, he was so happy after
I threw a birthday party for somebody, and we, open bar.
Oh, you know how that is.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm getting my money's worth out of this one.
Yeah, that's the first time I've heard that story.
Yeah.
Listen, every time me and my friends start drinking, if you ask to start getting hit, like someone's going down.
Yeah. Usually when me and Menace go out, that winds up happening. Either a bartender or...
And you've seen a good amount of them.
Yeah, pretty
like,
good.
Stan's a damn fucking...
I'm a what?
Warrior.
Yeah, I'm surprised you ate the one at the Paramount.
Dude,
go down the
were you there for that one?
No, but I saw it on video.
Bro.
Solid.
Bro, so I punch him, and then he walks through it, and I'm like, no. And he was like...
You're waiting.
He was like, no, I heard a little bit. And I was like, all right, good, you motherfucker. Dude, he showed me 1 week later. It was still black and blue. I'm like, dude, why didn't you show me this way sooner?
I didn't even notice the black and blue till
Like,
like
did
a
you
week
pee?
later.
Were you drunk too?
Yeah, wasted.
Yeah. So
wasted.
that's how
Did you pee
eat
blood?
that.
No, not at all.
I mean, that one. I mean, with the bruising I saw 1 week later,
it was
I would have
here.
thought.
You would need to hit me like back here for me to piss blood.
Yeah, you do have a big.
No,
No,
even
it's
that's
kidneys.
just
No, I know, but there's a lot of like.
But
Yeah.
I punched him probably here, but the belly's out here, so I gotta. The organs are back here.
I'm telling you what, like I am not letting you hit me with that liver shot with my arms up like that. Fuck that. No.
Now, hang on. Does 170 pounds stand with a 4-pack let me do it?
No.
Yeah, no, any me would let you do it.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, come on now. What are we doing here?
It's all for you know.
It's for the gram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to get drinking with you and Chris in the future.
Why? Because you're gonna have Chris hit me.
Well, we'll pick
Chris,
a side.
Chris will just be.
I
Chris will
don't
be the one to videotape it.
We'll be
Yeah,
well.
I'm
Then
a
I'll
videotaper.
switch.
I always
No,
have
like-
been, even like Jackass when we were younger. I was not being the one that got like mangled. I was the
Yeah, but
videotaper.
you did enough, so you were like part of the crew. Like, oh, Chris, that was crazy too. Like you weren't sending nails through your hand, but like
I put a nail through my face once. That was
Really?
bad. Yeah.
with a.
No, a hand pushed it from my cheek out of my face this way because Steve-O did it. But I used like a finish nail, and I think he used a he used a needle, but we were out of needles at my friend's house.
No, he he didn't he use like a fucking like 2x4 nail, like a thick one.
Well, I used a pretty decent sized nail too, and it was terrible. It was popping through
How old were
layers.
you?
I
Oh,
was like
because there's like 3 pops before it's through, right?
Yeah.
Who
I
had
was
the
like
bamboo
16,
story?
And before it came through my face, like it hurt. It was bad.
Like you already started. Your boys are looking
I
at you
was
like,
not-
yeah.
like someone else had done it, and I was like, I am not gonna,
Be a
bitch
pussy.
out of this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this.
Who had the bamboo story? Lance?
That was, Johnny. Johnny got hit in the face with
Remember?
bamboo. Yeah.
Right.
And
Got
it
hit with a
went-
spear in the face?
It went in his tongue. Yeah.
And then like a week later.
Yeah, he had a terrible infection.
Yeah.
A week later, his tongue almost came out. And he
Yikes.
lost his tongue to this day.
What happened? I don't know. I
Oh
was
my god.
eating some vegetables and fucking.
Well, yeah, like we said, Chris, we could just shoot the shit about anything. So even one thing we were talking about before that obviously we're just going to go into was we all watched Diego Sanchez. Me and Menace watched that fight. You watched that UFC card this weekend?
Yeah, we were talking the whole time. It was amazing.
Yeah. Just, what'd you think of that?
I have more like mixed feelings because
I have to
so,
like it.
I'm so entertained.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that it's gotten so out of hand,
Mhm.
and like, so Dana has this thing with guys that like made him his riches, where he's gonna like
Take care of him.
he'll cut anybody in 2 seconds, but if you made him his like original fortune, you're his boy.
Yeah, but
And-
those guys that made him his original fortune have a fucking humongous following.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
it's still-
he's always making out. I'm not saying he's doing it off the cuff, but there is a point where some people he tells like, "Hey, you should. This is kind of the."
Oh,
it-
yeah.
And with him, he said he's been saying for a while that he doesn't want him to fight anymore, but he don't want to stop.
Right.
Bro, now you've seen his coach, right?
Yo. Wait.
I'm constantly saying, Chris.
Yeah, like I sent you the video the other day. His coach was like, "See,
Oh.
you fight like this."
I actually meant to send that to. Can you pull that up for
Did you
everybody
see the
right
one-
now?
Did you see the one with his
Possibly
finger
on
where
Twitter.
He's the guy. He tells the guy to get in a stance, and he digs his finger into like his hip, into his leg to try to move him. Did you see that one?
No.
No.
But he was going like this, and he's like, a guy comes running at you. You use his force and his momentum, and he was just like sidestepping and making it like he was catching
And like,
the guy,
and like one of these, like a.
and then going, see what I'm
He's the
saying?
kind of guy that you want to get. You know, like those guys that say they channel like energy.
Yes.
He's the guy you want to get on a video and be like, "Yeah, run at me," and you head kick him.
Oh
clean,
my
and you make him
gosh.
seize for like a minute solid, 2 minutes solid, and then you're like, "Yeah, okay, buddy."
Yo, that's what he seems like, and I mean, at that,
he is that.
you're fucking nuts, Diego. If that's who you're letting be your head coach.
Hang on. His head coach, his manager, he had one corner, and that was him.
Yeah,
one corner.
like he used to be at Jackson Winklejohn, and now that's.
What do
his
you
guy.
think happened there? John, he was probably Winklejohn was probably like, "Hey, man,
Can you stop fighting?
let's." And he's like, "No, I'm the
Maybe
best I've
that.
ever been."
Yeah, something like that. Exactly, 100%.
Yeah,
And then found this guy's
I
like,
think-
"Yes, you are. Yes, you are the best you've ever been.
Right. This guy sees an opportunity, you know? It's like, I don't like those guys. He reminds me a little bit. He's not, but he reminds me a little bit of Ronda's coach, where it's like you can't help but feel like they're pushing for any little scrap of limelight they could take, and they're not qualified to be there, but they're trying to take that head roll.
Yeah, but
Ronda's
coach got a legit fucking guy now. That dude Emil Shabatsian.
Yeah, you were saying.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm saying that ain't him. That's really not him, because he does know.
Oh, you're saying, yeah, he's not like that guy. Yeah, he caught the bad rap.
He caught a bad rap
because of the head movement.
Because of what happened. Yeah, exactly. But he's not Fugazi. But
and even like Joe Rogan didn't catch the flack from that, but he was saying too, Ronda Rousey will beat up a man. And I remember hearing that shit and being like, no chance. Like, I'll fuck Ronda Rousey.
An average man, yes.
Come on, like a decently trained man, like a 125er, 135er, like.
But regardless of whether he knows what he's doing or not, she had the wrong coach, period. That's what I'm getting at. She was so talented. She needed a wrestling coach, I think, before she needed a striking coach, because her pressure and her throws were so insane.
Yeah.
But she didn't have the leg attack takedown. So when people ran from her, she lost her ability to throw them.
Right.
But she did the best when someone pressed her.
Right.
Like Cat pressed her, and you saw what happened. But when
that Brazilian chick pressed her.
But when you ran,
actually,
from
no,
her,
she knocked her out.
No, Amanda Nunes kept her at length.
No, not that Brazilian chick. The fucking.
Oh, you're talking about? I know.
Bitch.
Yeah, Betch.
Oh, Betch Correa. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Her too. She's crazy.
Reel of her getting KO'd for an hour. I can't stand like the dancing that takes place after and stuff like that.
You fought on the same card as her.
Yeah, a couple times. No.
All right, I could see that.
Because I remember we were in the like lobby after your fight. And I see this girl. I'm like, whoa, what's that? And then she turned. I was like, oh shit, fuck.
Oh, you saw it. You saw it from the back, and you were like, okay.
Like her legs were like nice, and like, and then she turned. Like, whoa, just get. Oh, yikes. Yikes.
What card was that? Was that you?
We were in L.A. I think, right?
Sacramento?
Yep.
Yeah, that was my first fight. No,
I don't know.
So
I'm
now,
sure
that
she's
might
a really
have been
nice girl.
Texas, bro. When I fought Islam.
Something that's always interesting about Chris Wade is you're obviously one of the guys that UFC fighter now are in the PFL, and you're thriving, right?
Yeah, I love it.
The PFL has
been
better for your career than the UFC was, right?
Yeah, it really has. I can't say enough good things about the PFL. Everything from listen, the format, I thought it would play to my advantage a little bit more than it has, obviously, because the first year I lost that split to Natan, where I thought I won in the semis, but I thought I fought good the second fight. This year I got like a little less rest time, and I felt god awful the second fight. It was like, I can't even explain it. It's like going out drinking, passing out, and your friend trying to get you up to like play beer pong, hang out again. It's just not happening. Like,
yeah, you're like, I'm good.
Yeah, you're like, no, and he's like, come on, man, come on, everyone's hanging out. You're not I couldn't get back up, man. I couldn't.
Did you? Because I was there the first time.
Yeah.
Did you have? So the first time they like were pretty good with their time. Like, yo, you're gonna be up. Actually, at the very end, they're like, you're on deck. Well, because the dude got finished.
Yeah.
Quick.
2 dudes got finished this time, back to back. Nah, but I was the 9th fight this time.
Oh, that's right.
And I was the 12th fight because how they manipulated the TV stuff. But the 10th and 11th were finishes. So, and in between that, I did like 2 interviews and like a photo thing on the way back from the cage. And then I tried to still pull off what we did last year with like lay down,
get pumped,
Norman Tech, put ice on anything that hurts. And by the time they came in, when I
was LaFleur rubbing your legs?
They were doing the same exact thing, everything, ice on my chest. And then they came in, I still had the Norman Tech on my legs, and they were like, yo, you're on deck. And I had to change my shorts. I stood up, changed my shorts. Ryan moved in front of me for like a couple minutes, and we were like, yo, let's go. But I was just trying to, like, you know, fake it till you make it.
Right.
Like, my adrenaline had dumped, but I was like, all right, he's probably hurting too. You know, fuck it.
Right.
Let's get it. So I went for like a flying kick to start the fight. Then I headlocked him for 5. I almost submitted him with, you know, like the straight arm lock. If I just slip off the head and I grab and lock. and I
almost like a bulldog, but like you're out in front.
I let go of his head, and I went for his elbow to like straight arm lock him. He popped out of that, built up, and then he had a good rest of the round after that. Then I headlocked him again, mounted him. I'm like, yo, I'm about to take this. And he popped me up. He hit some.
He was the Russian dude, right?
Yeah, somewhere. Dude, that's like the only people I have.
And that's the guy you were not like you had totally planned to fight the other guy. He was
the other guy won 18 fights in a row. I put a lot of eggs in one basket, put it that way. It was a bad idea. I regret what I did, obviously. I think if you look at it the other way, he probably watched a ton of tape on me and had a game plan.
For sure. Well, you were definitely
I thought I was going to fight
supposed to win
Islam, so I spent all my time there, and it backfired big time.
And even something
I didn't know. I just didn't know what the dude was about. I was in there like, yo, let's get it.
Right.
What's up? And he was like, I know what you're about to do.
Yeah.
Something we always talk about here too is the judging. Like that first, I don't know how do you pronounce his last name, Nathan Schultz. Yeah, that first Schultz fight. I was like, what the fuck,
bro?
Were they watching?
If there's something I can do beyond my fighting career, which I intend to stay, there's like two things, man. I think that the fact that we're professional athletes and I can't go if I have bronchitis and get checked up on and get medicine over the counter because the promotion he wants to keep the money in his pocket and I'm sick. That's bullshit.
So you're saying benefits for the fighters?
Yes. And obviously like paying into some sort of retirement. And then aside from that, weight cutting and the judging system. You got people who like know a friend who works for an athletic commission who take a written test, and now they're judging professional fights. And I'm not going to name a name, okay? Because I don't even know the name.
I was like, dude, name drop.
I want to fight. I want to fight, and I was talking about it after, and the person who was judging cut in was like, yo, I'm going to tell you why I had these rounds for you. And the reasons they gave
wow,
insane. Okay, I won because I won regardless. In my, I don't think no one really questioned.
Man, I would love it. I would fucking love it.
You got him riled up now, Wade.
No, if like, you know how they have like a post-fight conference?
Yeah.
If they had one for the judges, and like, all right, so
you wouldn't.
Wade versus like, why'd you call it for how you saw it? Why'd you score it that way? I would love, because people like. I feel like some judges would definitely get like boos, or some people like, yeah, fuck yeah, I agree with that guy. I think almost like judges could become like,
oh yeah, you would
personalities.
They would never do that
because
you would put them out in the open for fire. That would never happen.
Yeah, because I would definitely probably over 150 grand. I may have murked a few people. You know what I mean?
Dude, it was $1 million. I was literally in tears in the back.
Yeah.
Because I felt like the other dude, yes, he's a great fighter, but I feel like, we were talking a little bit before about like losing your edge or whatever as a fighter, like the want to fight. I felt like over the last couple of years, he's kind of lost that edge a little bit, and that I would have won that fight in the finals. So I was so distraught because I felt like that was the guy to beat.
Yeah, well, he was, because he won it the second year.
Yeah, well, I think I just took this year a little bit for granted. Like, yo, it's me and him. Again, it's me and him. And I slept on this other dude, and boom.
Yeah, and had you won that fight, it would have been another you and him, right? You and Schultz, whatever his name.
But it was different. Last year when it was he was there the year before. We had like probably 90 minutes. It was a good. We approached it. I think we attacked it like as best we could. And I felt great in the fight. This year was like 50 minutes or so, and I tried the same thing.
So
hour and a half.
I think a move like moving forward, you make the playoffs. Like I would get in contact with my manager. Like, yo, what's my spacing between these fights? Like, where am I on the card?
I went I didn't find out until the morning we did a presser, and I was like, when am I fighting? Like, oh, you're the last fight. And then I started thinking in my head, like, dope. No, I wasn't like dope. I was like, I'm the last fight. That means it can't be that much time until the fight after that. So already my head was turning.
Oh, the last fight of the
last
fight
of
the prelims.
Yeah.
Got you. Or the
Right.
quarters, rather.
But I shouldn't have been. There was
Right.
like so the guy that I fought, I was the 3 seed, I think. And he should have fought before me.
I think after the head kick, though, the flying, they started marketing you a little bit.
Right,
They made
yeah,
you the main
for sure.
event.
Yeah, so things were getting switched. But yo, don't switch. I don't care about that. I want more rest time. I'm in $1 million tournament.
Yeah.
I want more rest time.
I give a fuck about.
I could care less about that. The additional, promotion
Exposure,
in that
yeah.
instance, because I'll get that promotion and that exposure in the final.
Yep.
Because me and him would have been probably a pretty big final.
Yeah.
There was going to be a lot of noise around that.
Oh, 100%.
But yo, he lived up to. He did what he had to do on the other side. He beat the guy that I beat. He choked him out. That was a good fight.
So now, what's the word on this season? Is it PFL again this year?
Dude, it's PFL until I'm done, bro. I'm with them. I like their whole format. I love what they do. I like how they care about the fighters. I like how they give. I hasn't even gone my way, and I don't care because.
Well, you're a New York State champion, so like wrestling, fucking brackets.
Yeah.
Like,
And also, I didn't win until my senior year. I took crushing defeats as a freshman, as a sophomore, as a junior. I was knocking at the door, crushing people, and I got upset big time. And then I got it done. So I understand, like,
The process.
that it doesn't always go your way, like, just because you think it should, or
Right.
just because, like, you got to keep grinding, you got to keep figuring stuff out. So for me, it's like, I've never been that way. I'm not the guy that came in 7th grade, like, you're like, yo, Wade was 3rd and 7th in the state, 8th grade, he won that, 9th
Right.
grade, no, it took me a long time to get there, so I get it. But yes, I do the tournament thing. I'm just,
And you being a big sports guy, you're into the season aspect of it, right?
it's amazing. I know exactly probably when I'm going to fight again. I can tell people. I'm not on this hamster mill like, I swear he's going to call me soon. I'm telling you. I'm just going to keep putting tweets out and they're going to listen and they're going to give me a fight. That's why I went on that tirade a while back. I was like, I will smack you all, bro. Because they don't understand what they do to people who are so, like, superior to them in every way, shape, and form. Like, what even the work they put in, whatever. I watch these guys constantly. They're like begging. They have you begging for scraps.
Yeah.
And oh man, if 1 second it just turned, it would all be over.
Yeah, like that's something we've spoke about on the show. Like Chris Wade's definitely one of those guys, especially what we know personally, didn't get the best deal in the UFC. Kind of did dirty a little bit. You got to see that bad side of fighting, where you had to wait for a fight.
I got to see the side of, like, you want to talk, bro. You wanna use your wrestling style, how you grew up. We'll run you through a meat grinder and you'll never come out, boy.
Yeah.
We'll put you in a hole like you never saw. We'll strangle you financially. We'll keep your contract, and we won't tell you what's going on. Like, I got, pretty much as bad as it gets. Like Rashid, the kid at my weight, he got the same thing. I think he was like 6-1.
Rashid, the one who went into the
Mega
PFL,
Man,
right?
Yeah. He's another one of those guys. There's a few out there. If you talked about Reebok, if you talked about a union, if you talked about
all right. I remember that.
pay,
I remember that.
Yeah, and that was even something I used to say to people. They'd be like, "Why is Wade getting treated bad?" And I was like, "One too many tweets, maybe."
Bro, how did I get matched up against like 5 Dagestanis in a row? That doesn't happen.
Yeah,
There's only 5 in my weight. I got matched up with 4 back to back. My manager used to call me laughing, be like, "Yo, you're not gonna believe this," and I would be like, "What's up?" And he's like, "It's another Dagestani guy."
well, different manager than you have now, right?
Yes.
Now you're with Ali,
Yeah.
who's another guy who
love
gets a bad
Ali.
rap, but I love Ali. Yeah, I love Ali.
Ali, man. Listen, he gets a bad rap, and people just don't understand, like, how much this guy cares about his guys, how good he is, and to his guys, and that's what matters, man. You're in the trenches, you're literally fighting, and he has your back that way, and like, how can you I mean, how can you have a problem with that? Because what? Because he goes to bat so much so that sometimes people don't like it. All these people that don't like it are armchair quarterbacks. It's all the guys that will send him something after he's out there and bleeds for it. Like, yo, you need to let it go. Or like, yo, you can't. Or to me, like, you didn't win. Like,
Fuck off.
yeah, exactly. Like, come see me, bro. You will die.
We're going to get, so I originally started fighting in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So there's this young kid, his name is Blaine Shutt. He just won the CFFC title. And he started, like, it's like almost like, not he followed me, but we missed each other in the, so I used to train at Blackman MMA. And I left, I moved to Long Island. And then he started training, I believe, at Blackman MMA. And, but we know all the same people. So he hit me up like, hey, man, have me on. I was like, bet. Let's go. So we're going to fucking kick him a shot right now.
Let's do it.
See where he's at. Because, I mean, you know, we got 2 veterans and a fucking wannabe slash has-been.
Call me a has-been rather than a wannabe. I don't want to be
Bro,
anything.
get back in the gym.
I will one day.
No, you're not. You're
Oh
gonna
my
keep
gosh.
making excuses, bro.
Dude,
Oh,
hang on, dude. We were lifting today, and he was just like,
My body fell apart from
I was
fucking
l-
training with you animals for years.
fuck. Well, I'm like, yo, just go in there and grab a newbie and teach him shit while beating. Yeah, it just, I'm like, yo, your excuses are contagious, and I don't want to fucking like stop.
You got that corona contagious excuse.
I just don't want to, cause I'm like, yo, cause one thing that Stan cares about,
What do I care about?
he likes having, you know, a lady friend or, oh shit,
Blaine, do you got us?
we can't hear you.
Mm.
Nice. Oh, good shit, Stan.
Give
Good-
us a minute. Let's figure
Hey,
out this
Stan,
audio
good thing
problem.
that we're doing it now, not with Chael.
Yeah. Well, no, the Facebook and stuff works. This is we're doing the Facebook. So let's figure this out.
Chael, you can hear, or I mean, Blaine, you can hear us? Thumbs up?
Yeah, no,
okay.
you can
Yeah,
hear
he
us.
said he
Yeah.
could hear
Alright.
us just fine.
Oh, you heard him say it, Stan?
No,
I read-
but you could read his
I read
lips.
his lips.
Yeah, you like reading lips, you fucking...
No, I don't.
you do. He's
But
like, this guy
We
wants
should talk while Stan
this
figures
guy
this
wants
out.
me.
yeah,
for
you
sure.
guys keep
Yeah.
this conversation
Um,
going.
I'll be right back.
You gotta use Albano. Tag team me in. We gotta get used to this tag team action.
Yeah, we're gonna talk when you get back. Wait, something I had in mind: you and Patrovich as a tag team, but we'd have to find the opponent.
Well, the thing is, I wanted to ask Chael. I could also, you know, text him. I wonder
I think.
how...
Wait. I think Chael had a good time.
1,000,000%.
I think Chael would become a regular on our show.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. I think he had a good time.
Man, I didn't know Chael was such a Dennis Bermudez fan.
I mean, my manager works very closely.
Yeah,
So Chael knew a lot about me without
I would
me.
say, yeah,
even-
Parsons is almost like his best friend or his
Yeah.
co-worker. They
Yeah.
own Bad Guy Inc. together, and we've learned so much about that through just having Parsons on. But man, he was like the way he said thank you for the promo. He was cutting promos on Menace. Like, what did he say? I feel like he fights like Khabib fights like Dennis Bermudez. Like he just keeps going.
What he's talking about? No,
Was
he's
it
talking about
Khabib?
Diego.
No.
Yes, he was,
Was it
talking about
Diego?
Diego. Yeah,
I'll have to re-listen.
yeah.
I heard Khabib.
Still a legend.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Who? Dennis Bermudez or Chael?
No, Diego.
Dennis Bermudez too. Oh my God, I love, and don't get me wrong, I love Diego. The only thing I'm saying is I'm not a big fan of his trainer. I'd rather see Diego at an AKA or a Jackson Wink or
You know what? I want to be Diego's trainer.
yeah, 100%. Then I the videos I've watched on that guy, I just can't.
Yeah, it's hard to get behind.
It's hard to get behind because you don't want someone stepping in
Now,
potentially.
now, in all honesty, right? So me and you don't know that guy from a hole in the wall. He may be saying the best things
To
for
him.
Diego's mind, which, like, Diego knows how to fight, right?
Mhm.
Like I always say this to Chris, and I say this to all my people. Like, let's say, okay, you have an injury. Let's say you didn't fight. You didn't train for 6 weeks, but you had to fight on the 7th week. Do you think you'd completely forget how to fight? No. Like, it's like, right? Like, you might even, like, sometimes when I get away from jiu-jitsu and I come back, I'm like,
Smoke people.
You better.
I'm
Yeah.
like, it's weird.
Yeah.
You have your moves you're gonna go
It's
to.
weird. No, it's just like
Nah.
I don't care. Like I haven't been trying.
Yeah,
I haven't
no.
been thinking about it all the time.
That's a real thing.
I come back, I fuck people up randomly, and I feel great. And then it's not until like 2 or 3 weeks I start feeling worse.
And you fall back into the groove of it.
Yeah, the groove messes you up, man. The grind can mess you up. Sometimes
sure.
there's a little bit of freedom in that one-off. Like, let's get it.
But yeah, Chris Wade, like I was saying before you walked out, we want to do some type of tag team. And then I thought of like Wade and Menace. Menace isn't sure because he's not training. But then I was like, man, Petrovich and Wade. But that would be like, who would I even be able to get to do that?
Yeah, who are you going to get to go
Nobody wants that smoke.
against both of us?
Yeah, nobody would want that smoke. And then even if they do, they don't realize what they'd almost be getting into. Like, nah, this is there's no punches involved? Because this is the 30th time we've probably done this together.
Yeah, I would love to do that with him, and I'm sure he would too.
Bro, my brain, when I thought of it, it went,
That
it was
would
one of
be
those.
amazing.
Yeah.
You would have to get 2 pretty big name dudes though, because you're talking about a grappling match, right?
Yep. The tag team jiu-jitsu like Chael's been doing.
Yeah, man.
And it's very interesting. Like, if you go home and, like, when you get out of here, watch a tag team jiu-jitsu match, it's literally, like he said, they have the little rope. That's like some pro wrestling shit. It's very intriguing. And then even like that, I didn't notice that in the tag team jiu-jitsu matches I watched where you have that 3 seconds to double team a guy.
Yeah.
Right when he said that, I was like, man, what if...
Now, what does he mean by the 3 seconds, though? I'm confused by that, because I haven't seen this yet.
You have 3 seconds to do something. So...
What do you mean? And at the 3rd second, the one person has to release the
Yeah, but
hold?
like in those 3 seconds, if you tag the guy in, just hold the guy and have your boy come in and armbar him real quick, you know, or have your boy come in and apply the choke, and then you you're tagged out. So then he has already got the submission locked in. I could see how that would work.
Oh, yeah. We'll fuck somebody up in that.
Oh my gosh.
What do you got?
Big time.
Just give it a read. The only thing is so with tag team, is there like, what's the weight deal? Like, does all
because Ryan's a weight above
Are
me.
all-
so-
Are you sending that?
No, I'm asking. Is yeah, right?
Yeah, it's up
Yeah.
to you.
Are all
We're
four,
on your clock at this point.
Are
We know
all
you got work.
right? Are all
time
4
is it?
people?
What do we got?
Oh,
9:30?
man. I got to roll.
9:47? So that's up to you, Menace. What do you want to do?
Oh, I just sent it.
Oh, did you?
I thought maybe 15 minutes. 15 minutes.
Maybe.
Well, yeah. Is it like?
So wait, we didn't even speak to Chris Wade about that. Chris Wade, we're doing an event,
Oh yeah.
April 11th. We're
I
obviously
didn't know
gonna
that.
Well, I put it on the stories subtly.
we're obviously gonna
Oh,
have
put
you
it one
there
thing.
as a VIP, but we also would love to see if maybe you'd want to do a grappling match or something. Like, I know you did the Rise that time.
Yeah, I did Rise with Sydney Outlaw, and we basically had all but a fight.
Yeah, I remember being like,
that
yo,
was awesome.
He threw me off the stage.
Oh, so Chris, I watched
With
your
a
grappling
single
match,
leg.
right? I watched your grappling match, and I'm like,
So
yeah,
sad.
this is what I want. So then I'm like, yep, sign me up. And this dude's like, nope, not doing takedown, not even standing. And I remember
We're
being like,
gonna
come on,
drop
man.
Guard, yeah.
Remember, like, stand. And he was like,
he sat guard immediately.
we signed up for grappling, not wrestling. And I was like, you motherfucker.
Yep.
Wasn't into it.
Oh, because in my head, hang on, maybe he was like, he knew what I had in my head. Like, I was like, man, I'm gonna try and hit the biggest double legs with some jumps
Yeah, big.
that I can do. Like, maybe I'll run this dude off the stage, but like, go with him.
But even what we want to do is we're not going to have a stage. We're going to go submission underground like Chael. So Chael does his whole show in an octagon or a cage, hexagon, whatever you want to call it. Our show is going to be, our grappling match is going to be in a cage.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can finish that and keep going.
Now the thing
Mine,
is,
it was like stop, reset.
yeah.
We got on the edge. Reset.
We don't
reset.
want you
Well, the
guys
thing
to
is,
fall.
No reset.
it's totally in our advantage for, like, I think, like, I don't know what Henzo's if you get into a fucking wall if you keep going or not. I don't know. In our gym, you do.
Oh, yeah. And even in our cage, we're going to have cage wrestling. We almost want to do like what Chael does. So the cage is a totally usable.
Come on.
Yeah. We're not playing.
Because I
games.
know, because Chris would send me and, like, LaFleur, like, yo, in Russia, they're doing 5v5s. MMA fights, like, let's do it.
I've been saying to my
Ship us
friends
over.
since we were 16 years old, like, yo, if we could fight like 4 other dudes, like we would win this thing. We would win big money because find 4 other dudes that can cohesively
that can
like
work
that.
as a unit
work
like
as
us.
A unit,
yeah,
like understand what's going on over here.
Like, help!
Yeah,
like
who needs what, and that's starting overseas. It's gonna be around one day, man. Because
I don't
we
know.
will hope.
It is because
we're gonna hopefully be the first people to do it in New York because we're not looking at this as one and done. We want to do.
People need more. They need more. They need more. Yes, they do. It's never enough. They
Dude,
get, like,
we're becoming
jaded.
such a pussified fucking country. You think I'm like, you know what? Yep, let's have a small basketball team versus another basketball team fist fight each other. Like the knockouts would be really bad. Like when you punch someone in the back of the head when they're not looking.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen a few of those in the street. I'm like, ooh, not going over there.
Fights in streets are really bad. It's reality. At least you're
Right.
signing up for it and you have gloves on and you're getting paid something or whatever. I don't know.
I think this is my second time promoting. Like, do you watch Nature's Metal or The Dark Side of Nature?
I think there should be. No, I don't. But
They're on Instagram. It's just like what happens in nature where like a fucking gazelle's giving birth and the lion's like, yep, thank you. Like, and this fucking
yeah, right now I'm gonna eat.
yeah, like I'm eating you, and then your baby that's just born like fucking wobbly led. Like I'm gonna eat that next. I'll just kill it. And dude, they're videos, and like I'm like, man,
Bro, those are the best fights because in reality, because let's face it, like, yeah, one-on-one fights are cool and pro fights are cool and they try their best to hype them. But at the end of the day, you're a pro fighter. You're above this. Yo, some of the best fights are like out of emotion or friends and groups and and like people who think something. You know how many groups are out there that are disturbed that think they're this much tougher than they actually are? It's amazing.
Yeah. I just when I watch,
there's 4 guys watching right now that are like, we could fuck them up. Bro.
Yeah.
Like, all right, hey.
That used to be me before I got into MMA. I'd be drunk with like 3 of my buddies like, I'll take Don Cerrone down.
Now we got you.
What's up?
Like, I'll beat Don Cerrone.
Blaine, welcome back.
And that's why I got into it. Because I truly believe that. You know? See, that's why I offered my house to that kid.
Why? Because he's a good kid?
No,
You said for a day or two, and then you were throwing his ass out because you have a girlfriend.
Yeah, and then you were like, yo, how many baby
How
mamas
are you going to drive down from Pennsylvania for one day to come train?
No, you come for a strong week. Like a strong...
So here,
1 to 2 days.
let's corral this one up. Chris Wade.
Fine. You can stay 4 days.
You see what we're doing here, Chris? It's fun. I feel like next time we could
Next
even
time.
step it up a little bit. When we won't book any other guests, and we'll just get Chris Wade in here for some shooting the shit.
Well, I want DFW.
Yeah.
Damn, ball.
You'll get it.
I ain't trying to talk to snare.
Yeah.
So
We'll bring the noise one day.
yeah, so I don't know if I said this on air. Like, so at work, while I'm doing line work, we talk in a country accent.
We did. Me and you went country the one episode.
It just, I don't feel like I'm doing work. I'm fucking around. Even though I'm doing the work.
Throws it off.
Yeah. Like, hey, damn, boy, send me up a string clamp. Now, I want to tell you again.
I like that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
A little flavor.
Chris, how? So what? Maybe 2 years you come over to the union?
Do I switch over? It depends.
Nah, I don't know if it's in you.
Do I win PFL?
I mean, if you win the PFL, it changes where you're
everything
going. Why?
Because I'll invest that money and I'll just make money. Let that money make money for me. Why do I need a job when I have $600,000?
But you could let that money make money for you while you're making money and having benefits.
I know, but
and insurance.
I know.
Pension and 401k.
I know. I think, dude, might go to sleep half the nights a week thinking about what I should do. Man.
I know the old man's all about.
That's part of the thing about fighting, man. It's time for these guys to have benefits and pensions and retirements. Stop stealing, bro. It's 2020. They just released the numbers again, and the UFC paid out 19% of their revenue. You know what the NBA pays out? Over half, I think. You know what the NFL pays out? 48. You know what baseball pays out? Over half. Dana White,
or at least the option. Like, all right, we're gonna give you 50 and 50. You could have that as checks, or I don't know, like untaxed and put into, something where.
Yeah, we're gonna defer 2,500 of it for you, and it's going in an IRA.
Right.
And as long as you're with us or whatever, and you're gonna be able to take your daughter to the Stat Health if she has bronchitis, whatever the case may be. Not like, hey, John Jones, you have so much money, we'll take care of you. Here's a card. Like, if you need to use it, just use it. Nah, bro, you're gonna get hit in the face by somebody like me in the middle of the road when I see you, because you've been stealing from people since you made it.
Yeah. So I went on Fight Pass the other day.
He should get hit in the face.
No, I went on Fight Pass.
You're not gonna fight again ever.
No.
You don't think he should get decked?
Who?
Dana White? Oh.
What are you laughing about?
Well, the thing
it's not funny.
No, I mean,
it's not funny, bro.
No. I put in.
It's not funny, bro. The dude put snow in Las Vegas on Christmas. So that his kids can do snowmobile jumps. But if his kid gets an ailment, thank God he has the utility now. But before that, this guy was selling his soul to the fight game.
We've talked
fighting
about
with
this.
Dudes, getting in the hole, but he can't take Maddox if he has bronchitis to the doctor. That's on like him and Lindsay to figure out.
The only chance,
and pay cash for. Nah, bro.
Think of all the other sports.
I will hit you over that. I will hit you over that.
The only chance that the fighters have is to unionize.
And they're too stupid.
Well, hang on.
And we tried it, and you know what they do? They flush all the people that speak out.
Now, on Devil's Advocate, I definitely have acquired more money over the last 10 years than I think I could have acquired. I mean,
elsewhere.
Well, the thing is, like, let's say I got into the utility I'm in now.
Okay, so you believe.
Hang on. If I got the utility I'm in now, that's a toss-up. So it would probably be maybe the same.
We talk about it. Blood money. You got a lot of your money
I would
came
have
from
benefits
bonuses
the whole time.
Yeah.
But I would have benefits the whole time. I mean, would I be able to get free wings over at fucking Bourbon's Grill and, be a utility worker? No. Would the show maybe be 2,500 less followers? I mean, maybe. But, I mean, there's...
All I know is my personal story. My daughter's health insurance got covered through her mom, thank God, because she had a good, a stable paying job. Mine couldn't provide that. Because why? Because I'm an independent contractor,
right?
Like this, but you can't fight for anybody
so,
else.
I mean, we
independent contractor, so that they don't have to pay.
Yeah.
Someone needs to get their.
Because you were sitting right next to me. God rest his soul. Kobe Bryant came on the stage. UFC brought him.
Man, I'll never forget that.
And he was talking about the millions of dollars he invested the wrong way. And I remember looking at you like, I don't know if I've acquired one.
Well, even what I forget. I don't know when it was because I just seen your video blog. At what point did Arya Quinta be like, "I'm fucking done"? Was it when?
Probably right before that.
I'll tell you exactly when he was done because I was sitting next to him. He was.
It was me.
They
Chris,
brought this
Alec
guy
Quinta.
from Budweiser out that was talking down on us like insanely.
He was wasted.
Like, we just want the winners. Like, and he was like, I'm gonna beat somebody up. I'm gone. I'm
sure that built up like millionaire after millionaire talking about what you guys should do with your money, and you guys were all like, "Wait, when's Dana going up? We got questions for him."
Oh, dude, he was getting rowdy.
Well, that guy, the Budweiser guy came on. He walked on stage with a Budweiser, and he was lit. Yeah, and he was like, "What year was this, Chris? 2016, 17?"
That was not 2016. That was like 2018.
No, it might have been 2015.
It might have been. No, it was like 2017 maybe.
It was after they made the whole compound out there. So it was like 2018, 2019. We were supposed to be happy that they made this compound we could show up at.
Well, it was definitely it was 2017 or 2018 because Menace retired 2019.
Yeah.
It was like the year before.
Yeah.
Because I was gone out of there by the end of that year too.
But you were gone in the middle of 2018.
No, well, it bled into 2019. That's when I was like, all right, that's it. Like it's.
Yeah, can I have one more? Get one for Chris too.
Because even I remember your last fight was the Perez fight, and that was the year I broke my leg. So that was 2017 was your last UFC fight. And then they strung you along a little bit.
2018, yeah, it bled into 2018. Yeah.
Because then that was the Nassau fight where you fought, Ryan fought, and...
Yes.
Yo, the bottom line is, bro, like, nobody wants to talk. There's so many soft people out there. They take care of the people that have the belts that they want to, that can stop the show if they all stopped, so that they're taken care of and that they'll stay happy so the show can go on, and they keep screwing everybody out. You can't get mainstream and stay mainstream with an 81 to 19% revenue split.
100%, yeah.
When you have guys bleeding, losing teeth, getting CTE, no insurance, no health benefits, no pensions, no nothing. Somebody's gotta pay, and I guarantee you, before me and him are gone, they're gonna pay for that shit.
Well, the thing is that
100%.
it's kind of like
100%.
it's kind of like playing the lottery, fighting, I guess.
No,
it's
not playing the lottery. Right now, they're suckering people, and he's telling you,
well,
yo,
no, me and
guess
you,
what?
hang on,
you could be the next Conor McGregor.
No,
you
listen.
could be the next Ronda Rousey, but you can't.
You
know
did
why?
not sign on thinking you wouldn't be champion.
No, because I'm a competitor, bro.
Right.
I think that I can be.
So we signed on thinking we'd be champion, and we know champions make fucking bank. Right? Now, hang on.
Define bank besides Conor, though. Define bank.
Any of those guys are making $1 million,
No.
over
No,
$1 million
they're not.
a year.
GSP.
A year.
No, they're not.
Who's not making over $1 million? Again,
They fight one time a year. They fight one time every 18 months, bro. They don't fight 3 times a year.
I mean,
you fight 3 times a year when you're a nobody. Then when they step you up, you fight once every 18 months. They hype you, and you fight one time, and you get no pay-per-view points, and they give you $500,000, and then whatever. Hopefully
you could be right. I don't.
I could be right. I am fucking right. I know the game, bro. Listen, my strength doesn't come from like even what I'm capable of in there. I know a lot more than a lot of these people.
Well, a lot of it is politics too.
Understand, bro.
Like here,
I get it.
Hang on. Oh, where's Sage Northcutt right now?
ONE FC.
That's my boy.
Is he?
He got more money from ONE FC.
That's your boy, because you trying to wax that ass.
I did, but they wouldn't let me. That's another
Yo,
example.
Chris, as soon as this dude fucking he stepped a pinky toe, and Chris is like, yes, please. I remember watching this dude in the gym every day, like a fucking lion, licking his lips. Every time this dude would fight, I'd be next to him. He'd be like, oh yeah,
I remember they were pushing.
Good performance, Sage.
They were pushing
You
James
fucking-
Vick too, and Wade was like, "I'll fight James Vick," and they were pushing him a little
Oh
bit.
yeah.
I tried, dude. I tried so many angles.
Well, even an
I wasn't
aspect of it,
getting any.
like you said, Rich said, there's politics in this sport. A perfect example, we all know him, Iaquinta. Iaquinta spoke out against Reebok.
He's the only one that survived it, bro. Go
But-
back and
well,
look. Why did he
yeah.
survive it? Because
The
he
Diaz
had,
brothers
Because
too.
of politics, Matt.
Diaz brothers too. No.
They don't talk politics. They talk themselves. They talk a whole different
Yeah,
language
but they
that
talk
you
shit
don't
about
understand.
Dana, right?
Listen, they do it for they talk on their own behalf. They don't talk on behalf of everybody that fights under you know, I speak on behalf.
Wade spoke on
I
behalf
try
of
to
everyone.
speak on behalf
Right.
of anyone who steps in there and risks it.
Iaquinta
Anyone with
did
a
the same
family.
thing.
And he did too. And the only reason he's the only one that survived it, if you go back and look, and he survived it because he had like 4 knockouts in a row.
Right.
He
couldn't get cut.
Well, he
couldn't.
also had Matt in his
Matt
corner.
was his coach.
They
but
put him
you're-
in a contract
you're-
dispute for a
you're
minute.
not. They tried to.
Yeah.
They kept him out for a long time, and he went into real estate and he did his thing. And who knows what got said behind the scenes, bro? You don't know. We don't know. You don't know if phone calls got made like, "Yo, listen, that's my guy." You know, you gotta understand. I have no idea. But
Yeah.
all I know is everyone else. There was the kid at my weight that had like the rap. There was the girl, Leslie.
Oh,
There
right.
was
What's that guy's
everybody
name?
that had something to say is gone.
What was that guy?
bro.
He
They're
didn't rap about
gone.
you?
Yeah,
Yeah, he rapped about me, but you know that's.
I forget his name, but
that's like what Chael
he was
said,
like the Hawaiian kid
that's
or Asian, something
that's
like that.
promotion, bro, and I'm cool with that. But what I'm not cool with is that like his kid can't get medicine if he's sick. His kid
Right.
can't get treated if he's sick, and this dude's over here playing fucking $25,000 hands of
Well,
blackjack at the MGM.
Here's something that me and Menace have
that
spoken
guy's
about.
blood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They need to change the independent contract thing, and if they have you under contract and they're going to keep offering you fights and they keep you under contract when they offer you fights by whatever loophole they have, you guys should be paid a base. So you should get whatever, $50,000 a year without your fight purse.
Yeah, but I feel like so many motherfuckers are like, man, like you see all these champions.
Fuck a base.
As soon as a champion gets a title,
You know what I mean? Like, you guys
I
deserve
need
a salary
surgery
on top of your purse.
Because the thing is, like,
You know what I
I know
mean?
what you're saying by a base. I'm talking about when he goes to work, his company matches his benefits that he puts away, and his company matches whatever he pays into his medical and his dental for his people. They're stealing everything.
Well, that's the landscape in MMA, right? Bellator has the same thing.
Also,
It's not
real
the
quick,
landscape
again,
in
playing
MMA
devil's
because
advocate.
The company that I fight
PFL's
for,
got
they're-
insurance?
No, they're giving away a lot of the money.
All the money, it seems, the PFL, yeah.
What do you mean? All right, so maybe they don't have all the insurance set up and everything yet because that takes time to figure out. But it's a meritocracy. It's based on who wins, not who's promoting the best. And it's based on they're giving an extreme amount of money away.
Yeah, I'm saying,
At
like,
the end of every
UFC
year.
is 80-20 or 81-19.
The champ is making more money than one of the other champs makes in a fight in the UFC if he's not a big-time name. Or she is not a big-time name.
Yeah, like the PFL.
You don't think so?
No,
I
no,
guarantee
$1,000,000%. The
Go check
PFL is
it.
paying money out.
Yeah, they are. That's
Yeah.
right. And
Wait.
that's why I don't care. They're in a different space. They're trying to do right by the fighters. They are the league to move forward with, and you're gonna see. Watch. Eventually, things are gonna change. Tides will change because you got to take care of people, man.
I think they slowly are a little bit.
Well, the thing is also like with like as an MMA fighter, what's the best promotion? Where do you want to be the best at? UFC is if you're the UFC champion, you're the best in the world.
I think that
And then sometimes there becomes a debate, maybe.
the landscape's slowly changing to where that is
Yeah.
changing, where you're not just
Yeah.
the best being in the UFC, but the UFC is considered still the big show.
Right.
Okay, so majority of like roster depth is there because of the name that they built over the years because they had
Right.
almost no competition, but that doesn't mean that they're doing right by anybody.
Hey, I
right.
couldn't agree with more with you.
And let me just say something because you're in a different place now. They fucked you too because you won 7 fights. You bled for them. You went out on your shield for them. And what did they do? They looked in their little office and they said, "Nah, we got better promote." You had 7 fights in a row that you won at the highest level, and other guys can win 2 fights and get.
I mean,
that
if we
fight.
could be real, we could say, no, we got this little Irish guy. That's who cut the line at that point.
2 fights.
No, I had
You won 7 fights
No,
in a
right.
row
The little
at the
Irish guy
highest
cut the
level.
line.
Come on, bro.
I had lost to
Nah.
What fight was the
Lamas.
Lamas fight? What number?
That was 8.
UFC 180.
That was number 8.
180. So yeah,
That was number 8. Yes.
That was fight 8.
Yeah.
Tell me he's got to win
I think Connor
7
had
fights.
2
Tell me
fights
who
at
has
that
to win
time.
7 fights to get to it.
Yeah, it's
Who?
insane.
the only other
Who?
person was Tony Ferguson.
Okay,
that
and
I
what
know.
did he do to them?
Who?
Him.
Ferguson?
No, what did he do to them?
Dude,
Wrong.
who?
Mauled him.
Besides
his
get in
opponents?
there.
Mauled
Who
him,
was
yeah.
the champ at the time? Aldo?
No, I'm saying
Right?
Aldo,
Aldo, and then Aldo was
wrong?
almost on hiatus at that point.
Right.
What did he do wrong?
Nothing.
Hey,
It was just a weird
we
landscape.
just
It was
hang on,
just
hang on.
politics.
No.
It was
Well,
just
yes,
money.
Hang on.
It was just
Chris. I
politics.
don't think you're wrong, but I went.
How about even the Jeremy Stevens fight? Because now you have me ranting. I'm there cornering you.
know.
He misses weight by
4 pounds? Yeah, 5 pounds.
5 pounds. They're like, oh, if Jeremy has to cut another half a pound, we're gonna call it off. He's not well. And then they basically, we're looking like, all right, fight's off. And they're like, nah, you gotta basically like,
No, they asked me.
yeah, they asked you,
You know I don't give a fuck.
bro.
I was like, I'm here to fight. I'm fucking him up. I don't care if he's 20 pounds over. I'm fucking his ass up.
And then he wins in the 3rd round.
Well,
and he's
hang on.
talking.
So we spoke about it, and it's he made more money missing weight
Yes.
than if he made weight and lost.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so broken.
Me and Greg thought about like a few fights. Not that I'd like.
They turned it all. That's why I love the PFL, bro. They
Yeah.
turned it all into. these one-off exhibitions that they choose. Whereas with the PFL, you got seeding, there's all this criteria, man, and that all plays into the end and how it unfolds. And then there's this drama.
They may market it you a little bit differently off of, your following or whatever, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't mean you still can't make $1 million.
Oh yeah,
like it is what it is.
Man, I was getting. They were doing right by me, but very much. But it didn't mean I won the belt because obviously I didn't.
Yeah.
Right.
But you made way more with PFL than you did UFC.
Oh my God.
And you only did 2 fights with UFC or PFL, or 2 seasons.
2 seasons. Yeah,
right.
It's not even close. Their whole thing is like. And that was almost embarrassing to me always. It was like people locally would be like, "Yo, you're in the UFC, so you made it, bro. Like you must have made it."
Well, I mean, the market, like that's what I'm saying,
bro. The entry level contract was 8-8, no benefits. You pay your own taxes. You pay for your other 2 coaches. Like, yo, this is a fugazi ass league, bro. Like, but they're fronted like it's. It looks good.
Like it's the elite.
But it's got chrome on the outside.
Yeah.
But
and on the same
inside,
token, if you were to promote yourself using the UFC label, they can find you on it.
$50,000.
They'll flag that shit and get it taken down. Yeah.
Oh my.
It's like, so what are the pros to be in the UFC?
You could be Conor. You could be Ronda. It's possible. You could be Adesanya.
Well, that's why I said before. It's kind of like.
But if you're Dennis
playing the lottery
and you work really hard and you fight your balls off,
you could have the Menace and the Man show.
You could have the Menace and the Man show.
We will give you some good fights, but we will deny you.
Yeah.
Oh man, imagine this guy in a tournament, bro, like against those dudes in his prime.
Well,
like,
even and now
like,
here,
yo, Conor's got Dennis in the quarters. Guess where my money's going?
Yeah, the only example I can give to that.
Come on, the excitement would be insane.
The only other example I can give to that, and not to throw any shade, but like you were right there, and then you lost the Lamas fight. And that was maybe where they couldn't pump the brakes on you then, because they should have given it to you, but then they didn't because you lost that fight.
Right.
Like they did it to Tony Ferguson too. Tony Ferguson just kept going.
I am also not Chris Wade. So, like, I was a 2-time section runner-up where, like, hey, win this one match, you go to States. Nobody has gone to the States for my school since '86, and I was like, and I felt it before that Lamas fight. Hang on, how many times has Dana White and Lorena Fertitas come to your corner?
What?
Nah. Hang on, no. Come to your locker room. Sorry, before your fight.
They use people, bro. My first fight.
They came to my corner and they're like, "Hey, good luck," and I was like, "Oh, this is it.
Yeah,
I have to win."
Yeah,
and I was like,
"My first."
We're also at fucking 2 miles high in Mexico.
Yeah, that's not where you want to be at. My first fight, I mashed the dude and I choked him unconscious in like a minute.
Right, they retweeted it,
and he met me before I even made it to my locker room and gave me a hug.
Dana.
Yeah, in the
corridor,
whatever that is, as you walk down. That's how you start a card. Blah blah blah.
That's right.
The second fight was like you were cornering me in Boston on the McGregor card. It was full of fouls. I got kneed like 4 times. It was mostly a grappling match. I tried to say what's up to him. He snubbed me, bro, and I was like, yo, this dude is like all about.
Well, so for you, like I spoke about how I was raised by my father. And how you were your father, like, I'm like, okay, Dana, I'll prove it to you next. Like, that's the way I was raised. Like, Dana, not good enough. Okay, I'll do better. I'll try better.
Like an extension of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Holy
you're perfect for him.
Holy shit.
Yeah. You're perfect.
What more? Okay.
You need more. Yeah. Okay, boss. And
wow, this just clicked now.
Bro, I've always said that. They definitely promoted Chris Wade wrong. Because even I thought you were like the Brian Stan. Like you have that similar look, like the strong jawline. They had something they should have marketed there.
Is there Chris Wade cam only?
No.
I want to do.
There's Dennis and Chris Wade cam.
Who's better looking? Put who's the guy I was talking about before?
Sage Northcutt. I'm going to put Sage Northcutt on your face.
On my face, Chris looks straight. Or this camera. Who's better looking?
What do you mean?
I think you're.
Oh, I thought you were about to do some.
Well, no, what I'm saying, no,
Bro,
we'll
like
do
they
it
should
later.
have. Yeah,
We'll
they
do it
should
later.
have. But they had that like weird karate. He was on the cover of like Karate magazine at 5 years old.
No, bro, it was Instagram followers at that point. It was social media followers.
Well,
Then-
hang on.
Then the game started changing again.
His
And
following didn't go up till after the Contender series.
yeah, but things started getting based off of that then too.
No,
If
he
you
was
were in that,
he was looking for a fight.
They
Sage
were,
Northcutt.
yeah, they
Like
were,
the first episode,
they
second
were
episode.
invested in you because now they've spent production money on you. So now they were invested, and his response to that first show was amazing. So he became. I mean, listen, they figured that out eventually.
Chris, you should have been doing more ab shit.
More ab workouts.
Now, I think you should start now. Tomorrow.
More abs. Yeah, what the? I don't know what I should.
Well, his father was also a drug smuggler. Right?
Who? Sage Northcutt?
Yeah.
Is he really?
No, did his dad get fucking...
I thought his dad was like a karate guru. Or
No, his
something.
dad almost did jail time for like...
I got a good story. I was supposed to help him get ready for a fight.
That's right.
Yeah, his dad hit me up. He called me, and then like 15 seconds into the conversation, he's like, "Hey, my dad's gonna call you, all right?" I was like, "What?" And he hung up. He's like, "Yeah." Hung up the phone with me, and his dad hit me up. They wanted me to come out and help him get ready for somebody.
A wrestler.
That was a wrestler. And then they must have realized that I was campaigning to fight him for a while. And it, like the day before I was supposed to fly out, he said he got sick. And they canceled all the shit. I was going to stay at his house.
Oh, I was with
You
you.
were gonna stay at his house.
I was gonna
Hang on.
sleep at his house.
Me and you were at the...
I mean, bro, he's the nicest kid, man.
Me
His
and you were
family's
the first-
So nice. They're awesome. But I was just trying to... That was just the fight game at the time. I was just trying to take out somebody that had a lot of...
Like Chael was saying.
juice.
A lot of steam.
Yeah.
Where,
I was-
when, what,
I was
what,
starting
why.
to figure it out. Like, all right, I got it. Like, you gotta.
And you had a one guy. You didn't have a full game plan. You were like, this guy will. I'll be made off of him.
I would have had definitely a big name stomping him at the time.
So, it wasn't it was the first UFC summit where they sent us out in groups, not as a whole unit. So I'm with Chris Wade. I'm like, dude, dope. We're gonna have a sick time in Vegas. Me and you. They flew us out here. We're like, we were in the same room, right? We were like close. So take us to a dinner. It's me, Chris Wade, Michael Johnson. Sage comes. Hang on, with his father. At the time, he's like 19.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Maybe 20.
We went to that movie together.
Yeah, but they take us out to dinner, the first like kind of open ceremony, if you will, and they were setting the UFC roster in groups of like 40. Yeah. And then me and Chris were the same group. Michael Johnson with us. We're at one table. Sage and his father are at the next table. Michael Johnson's like, watch this. Because Sage had so much like momentum behind him, he's like, fuck that guy.
He put shots for him, right?
He's like, he's in my weight class. Watch this. He tells the waitress, comes over. He's like, hey, see those two guys over there? She's like, those two guys? Like, yeah, the blonde, puffy hair. He's like, give them both shots on me. So Michael Johnson gets shots for all of us. There's like 4 of us. Sends 2 shots over there. The lady's like, hey, this is from that gentleman over there. Points to Michael Johnson. He's like, hey. Puts his thing up, and Sage's dad's like, well, first Sage is like, I can't drink. I'm not 21. And he's like, nah, you can do it. Michael Johnson's like, nah, you can do it. And then Sage's dad's like, Sage's dad's a real one.
Yeah.
Take it, son.
Yeah.
I think Sage's dad
He OD'd it.
knew what the fuck was up.
Yeah,
He knew another UFC guy was trying to fucking punk him.
Yep.
Take it, son. And he did. You know?
Yeah.
But that was awesome.
I remember that.
Because me and Chris like,
Yeah, they were riding him that night for.
Yeah, Michael Johnson like, I'll fight him right here. Fuck that fucking white boy.
I feel real bad that he went over to one and like.
Got his eye socket broken.
And that
What?
They matched him up with that dude right away. Man.
Hang on. Chris, what? Do you know how much they were paying him?
No, I just feel bad that like that was the. I like him, bro. Like
Okay,
I
I don't care. But for that amount of money,
if you went over there and for that amount of money and that happened to you too, I would still feel bad for you. He's not like a close friend of mine, but he's a really nice kid.
yeah,
no matter
but that's
how you slice it.
I don't care. That's how this like when I watch football.
I know.
I want people
like,
to get fucking paralyzed.
You put him. No, that's fucked up.
I know.
You put him in a ring.
That's what I want to see, though.
You put him in a ring against like a pro kickboxing champion. How many times over? And he gets his eye broken.
We all know the potential.
Yeah.
Don't sign the fucking contract.
No, I know. Man, listen, man. I've been in there 20 some odd times professionally. I'm a veteran at this point. I get it. I understand what you're saying. He did sign it. He's not crying about it. I just think they could have done more right by him on his first
You mean
fight there.
hang on, whoa.
Flying over
Whoa.
to
You think they could have made more money off of him?
No, I just think they could have given him a more fair, like, first match.
A better matchup.
Than that guy right away.
Him being a stand-up fighter, they gave him like a grown man stand-up fighter, like a fucking badass.
He's a veteran. At the time, he's a veteran UFC fighter.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. You know he's young, dude. You're playing like devil's advocate. I get it.
Yeah, I went the opposite side of you.
Every
time you go somewhere, I go the opposite side.
Cool. I just think he's like. I
disagree.
If you sign the dude, what
Listen,
are you doing? You're trying to build him up. You're not signing him to get him washed. You're signing him to try to make
him into a superstar.
Is there
out of him over there.
Is there any chance? So, how you felt about him when you would watch him in the UFC? You're like, fuck, this guy fucking sucks. Like, this guy, he's a piece of shit. Is there any chance there's like an Asian dude like, this guy fucking sucks? Watch, I get his face broken. I get him over here with this much money. Get his face broken.
Maybe. No, I think one is actually very fair and a good promotion.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think they're actually part of the help. Like, I think the PFL and one, the way one does the weight cutting and shit, they're the ones that are actually changing the landscape a little bit.
It's unfortunate.
I agree with the weight
I don't
cutting.
feel bad. I think it's unfortunate. But hang on. At the end of the day, that motherfucker fought how many less times than you and I?
Yeah, and he was making 80 and 80.
And probably made way more than you.
He was making 80 and 80, I believe.
Yeah.
Right before he went to ONE FC.
Yeah, and I heard he was making like.
But
I saw an interview like, how much you making over there? Like, I don't want to say.
But that's on
probably similar.
That's on the ownership and what they decide to dole out. That's not on the kid. He's taking as much as he can take, and his dad's taking as much as they're willing to give him. That's on them not building a meritocracy and doing this like Instagram following BS. Like, you see it now, bro. Everyone's copying him. They're continuing to copy him. You have people whose IQ are borderline, like they shouldn't even be left home alone, fighting, tattoos everywhere. And like, I have tattoos, but like they're just trying to copy a certain thing that worked probably 5 years back, but they're not from that country. They don't have the same sting. When you're from America, it's just a dime a dozen, man. We have pro football teams, pro baseball teams, pro.
Yo, smack Stan real quick.
Why? Because I'm yawning?
Yeah.
Oh, you just yawned right before me.
No, I didn't.
There's video evidence.
All right, pull it up.
Well, we'll look back on it.
It's there's a lot of factors being an American athlete compared to a foreign athlete or female athlete that's breaking barriers. It's not the same.
Well, even that.
I agree.
Like I've always said it on this show, if this is the NFL,
like if
MMA, you guys are still in leather helmets.
Yeah. Like if John Jones was like,
we're in leather helmets.
Yeah.
We're getting paid. You know, we're working salesman job, and people don't see that, man. And one of my goals in my life is to shine a light on that and change that.
Yeah. Like Blaine Shutt. We just had him on here.
If Blaine Shutt can make the money he's supposed to in 2030, I'll feel so good.
Hang on. He's a pro fighter. Like,
this
good dude. He can't be a pro fighter like pro boxers just box, right? Most of them.
Yeah.
Are there pro boxers doing like
Chris Algieri
UPS jobs?
No, he's saying like Chris Algieri's a nutritionist.
I mean, that's because he's just smart.
No, I saw him post something on his stories the other day. He said he
doesn't have to.
He was in debt and working full time until he became a world champion. So until he beat Provodnikov and actually made money, and that was 21 fights in, He was still working a job.
I just think the combat sport game in general, whether you're a wrestler, a jiu-jitsu guy, a boxer, an MMA fighter, like unless you're like among the elite, you kind of have to work a side job.
It's not the elite. It's the elite under the perception of like marketing.
Yeah, I could contest to that.
Under the perception of what someone else can make off of you.
Yeah, but you obviously can't. You
and
can't,
boxing's a little different because it's not a sport league. UFC is a league.
You can't be a schlep.
No,
and
not a schlep, but you can't make an honest, like, good, long living being like a nice, humble, good, hardworking fighter. You have to do like brandish, outlandish. You gotta. You have to.
I tried Menace too, it didn't work.
You tried a lot of stuff, man. I give it. No, seriously. Though.
I'm saying, hey, this show, still trying.
I'll give it to you.
Menace once snorted G Fuel on Twitch, and he snorted G Fuel on this show as well. You know Vinny the Chin?
Yeah.
We had Vinny the Chin on the show.
Yeah, he's got his picture over here.
It's wild.
Signed.
Oh, yes, he's a wild guy. He's a wild cat.
But we could sit here and do this all night.
Yeah.
Another thing that even we're trying to do, Wade, with our amateur shit that we're doing is I want to pay guys better than they're getting paid.
To have a submission fight with Dana White.
No. So
we'll put it out there.
Yeah.
We'll put it out there.
Put it out there.
We'll slide in his
Tell him I'll
DMs.
donate it all to charity. As many views as it gets on YouTube when he goes unconscious, I will donate the whole entire thing to charity.
Okay, I'm into that. What if we can only get Joe Silva though, and we can't get Dana?
I will choke him with one arm.
Oh, we'll tape one arm? I like that.
I'll tape one.
That's
him.
awesome.
He's a little guy.
Well, I mean, being a union worker, I use electric 2-inch electric tape, so you can't get out.
I don't think you'll get a response from either of those.
Oh, no chance.
That's something we're trying to do though. With what we're doing is we're trying to pay these. Something I tell everyone that I try to book on it. I want you to take the offer I give you and go to these other amateur promotions and tell them another show offered me this. Match it, or I'm going to them.
What is the offer?
I'm not going to say the offer. I'm just saying whatever the offer is. Because why would I say the offer? I'm saying in general. That's what even fighters should do.
What are you talking about?
I want fighters to go to other amateur promotions.
More of a
amateurs, especially if they're fighting pretty much a pro rule set.
Why don't you throw out what percentage of the ticket sales we're giving the amateurs?
Because I don't want to.
No, we want them to come here.
More than anyone else.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it. We're offering performance bonuses. We're offering ticket comms, and we'll pay you a percentage.
So kind of like Best Buy. They can be like, well, hey, this promotion should give me this. We're like, all right, we'll match it.
Yeah. Well, you keep ruining my plug. Like, why do you, I don't want to give out the numbers. Maybe people get different numbers.
Because if no one's going to beat it. What do you mean?
Nobody's going to beat it, but I'm saying, or they're going to match it, but maybe I'm giving people different numbers. So if I say one number now, it's going to be like, yeah.
He's a promoter already.
No. Jesus. Oh, it's all higher than everybody's. And the only reason why, the only thing that I will give anyone a different rate is I have people coming from like PA or Delaware, and I'll say, if you can sell tickets in our state, I'll give you a little bit more.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But if a New York fighter hears that, they're gonna be like, no, I want that too. It's like, all right, I guess we can go there, but and even literally, I'm trying to pay them as much as I possibly can.
Stan, when's the fight?
April 11th.
Where is it?
Melrose Ballroom.
What's it called?
The New York Combat Championships. And we're hopefully going to get Chris Wade. We'll definitely get Chris Wade in the audience. We're going to have a
tag team. Me and Ryan Petrovich. No, he's not going to be here.
Do you want Ryan or you want me?
I want you. He's not going to be available.
I'll be wild. Is he fighting close to that?
I'm going to be in fight camp at that time, actually.
Well, that's another thing I was going to ask. So
this is a warm-up then for you.
Yeah.
I mean, come out.
Well, worst case, I got a batch of tickets for Chris Wade, the DFW crew. We want them all in the building. Come hang out. Come enjoy the show. And then if we could find something for Chris Wade.
So, listen, we're super deep into the episode, right? Obviously, do not cut this part and plug it on Instagram, what I'm thinking. But if you guys are watching here at home, right, and you see this, you're like, oh, my God, this is going to happen. So, I'm in a suit, right? Chris, it's like Chris versus two people. Like, Chris needs a tag team partner. Can anyone help him? Then I stand up, I rip off my suit. It's a fucking rip away. And I'm already in my fight gear. I fucking step in. I'm like, I got you, dude.
Yes. And then we start to change the game. Because we do what's his name did, and we steal from Vince McMahon.
Oh my gosh.
Every step of the way.
You realize, Chris, I've given Menace this idea to keep it secret, like we might do it on April 11th.
Hey, we're super.
And he gave it to you. He gave it to Jessica Penne. He's like throwing this out every week.
We're super deep into this episode.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know.
I gotta go. I gotta roll.
Yeah.
Well, we'll chop it up and clip it, but April 11th.
Do not chop this up. Maybe after me and Chris submit somebody, chop this up and clip it.
And be like, oh, it was in the
Told
workings
you.
all along.
Told you.
Okay, I like that. So, Chris Wade, thank you for joining us.
Yep.
Dennis the Menace, Stan the Man.
I'm thinking about getting really seriously into competitive jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You should, and it should
There's
start
good
April
money
11th.
in it. Like Chris, remember how many wrestling matches you used to wrestle growing up?
Yeah.
Like every other weekend. Imagine you got paid for each one.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking about it.
Like whether it was $200, $1,000, $5,000, $500. I mean, it's just like
it's not as grueling as the fights, and you don't have.
you're
to cut
doing
as
it
much weight.
anyways weekly.
And you can talk just as much smack.
If you lose, whatever.
Like we had Gilbert Burns on, and he was like, "Oh, you're gonna pay me money and not
so
get me
good.
punched in the face all day? I'll take it."
Yeah.
But he
He's
still
the
got a
man.
fight. So.
No,
Yeah.
he has to go corner Luke.
Yeah.
We were gonna have Gilbert come
Love
compete
those
for
guys,
us,
man.
Yeah.
I love those guys.
but now it looks like we're segueing into Chris Wade and Ryan Petrovich tag team match. So
No, he said Dennis Bermudez, dude.
Oh, Ryan's gonna be out. Hurt his shoulder.
yep, and then they'll be like, "Oh, well,
Is he
his
not
partner."
fighting in the ROC here?
Well, even that, his partner can't make it, and then it'll be like,
Bro.
Oh, so right now it's Chris Wade and Ryan Petrovich.
"Yep." And then it'll be like, what is Dennis going to do? Well, what is Chris going to do? He's going to have to go against two people.
He
And
signed
then,
up with Ryan. Oh, we'll have Ryan show up in a sling. Man.
And then instead of a
Talk about WWE.
Instead of a Superman emblem, when you rip it off, you have a Great South Bay emblem. Or something like that.
I was thinking of Menace album, but I'll take Great South Bay.
You could have Menace on your ass because you're going to be taking people down. That's what the camera will say.
Bet your ass I will.
Yeah. So we're working here. So episode 65. Thank you again, Chris, for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Menace.
Well, see you later.